This interview was conducted in September 2023, in dream conversations I had with Beatriz Viterbo, BV, head librarian of the Library of Borges-Null. I note that Ms. Viterbo spoke dream Spanish, which resembles but isn't quite as beautiful as Spanish. The translations into English are my own. Me, you don't object to my posting this online? BV, of course not. No one will believe you anyway, and there is no internet here, so it cannot possibly affect me. Me, yes, starting with that. Can you tell me where exactly you are? BV, I am in the Library of Borges-Null. Me, which is where? In Buenos Aires? BV, possibly, is the short answer. The longer answer is that it is also possibly in New York, Prague, and every other of your cities. Because, as I understand, your universe, which was earlier also my universe, is limited. It is expanding, and if it is expanding, it is by definition not infinite. The Library of Borges-Null is infinite. Therefore, if our worlds coexist, mine may contain yours, but yours cannot contain mine. And if mine does contain yours, every part of yours is in some part of mine, thus New York, Prague, and so forth are all in the Library of Borges-Null, and one could therefore say that the Library of Borges-Null is in all of those cities, including Buenos Aires. Me, what makes the Library of Borges-Null infinite? Or perhaps a more basic question, what is the Library of Borges-Null? BV, the Library of Borges-Null is a library containing all writings not authored by Jorge Luis Borges. All nonsense, Shakespeare, and cookbook recipes, so to speak. Me, what's your role there? BV, as head librarian I supervise the cataloging process. We begin with the premise that everything was written by Borges, and as we discover pieces of writing we eliminate them from the working bibliography. Me, you said the library is infinite. Does that mean it has infinite writings? BV, yes. Me, doesn't that mean that no matter how many things you eliminate from the bibliography, an infinity will always remain? BV, that is correct. We shall never know what Borges wrote. We may know with certainty only what he did not write. But with every elimination we nevertheless come nearer our goal. I hope you understand. Me, I'm trying. The goal being to identify his works? BV, yes. Me, which is impossible. BV, precisely. Me, I suppose I can understand the pursuit of something you can't achieve. You said earlier that my universe used to be your universe. What did you mean by that? BV, I meant that I existed in your universe, and in fact still do. I am one of Borges' literary creations. It is in a writing he authored in which he himself is a literary creation. The literary creation called Borges was in love with me, although in the writing itself I had already died. If anyone in your world reads or remembers this writing, I come temporarily, although deceasedly, alive in your world. I do not disappear from this one, however. I merely become less present for a short while. Me, we talked about how your world, which is infinite, may contain mine, which is finite. But if you exist in both worlds, doesn't that mean the library of Borges-Null must contain my world? Otherwise there would be an infinity and a finity, but an infinity must have everything inside it, including all finities. BV, I don't understand why my dual existence would lead you to that conclusion. You are presuming a single infinity. You cannot discount the possibility of multiple infinities, both existing simultaneously yet one not containing the other. And if we accept that possibility, we may also accept that someone/thing may exist in such two separate infinities. The question is, are they still one some or thing, or two? To put it another way, your world may be a finity contained in a different infinity than is the infinity of the library of Borges-Null in which I am the head librarian working on the catalog. Me, that would make you finite and infinite at the same time. BV, indeed. A lovely existential paradox. Me, the story that you're a character in. How do you know it was written by Borges if you can never know what Borges wrote? BV, I do not know what writing it is. Nor do I know whether it is a story, and I never referred to myself as a character, although I may be one. I know only I am a literary creation in a writing by Borges, along with a few other details, such as that I am dead as the writing begins and that Borges is another literary creation in that writing and that Borges, the literary creation, was in love with me. Me, it is a story. I can tell you the title and read it to you. Would that also result in a paradox of some kind, where you both knew and didn't know that a piece of writing was by Borges, which is an impossibility? BV, no, I just would not believe you. The only way I can know something was written by Borges is if it is not in the library of Borges-Null, which as you have noted I cannot know, so anything you tell me I may merely believe. I would not believe your claim about authorship by Borges, Norman. You could very well read me one of your own stories and claim it is by Borges. I also do not conclude that my knowing certain details of the writing leads to a paradox, as the existence of the library of Borges-Null presupposes a Borges who was a writer, and one can be a writer only if one writes, and one can write only writings. Me, what would happen if you destroyed something you found in the library? Would you have to uneliminate it from the working bibliography? How would you even know what it was that you'd destroyed? Would it be recreated? BV, destruction of a writing is not possible. Me, do you like existing in my world, when someone here reads or remembers about you, the character? BV, from here I feel nothing there. I presume the there Beatrice likewise feels nothing of here Beatrice. Hence my question about whether we are the same. I think we are, but I cannot declare to know it. In some sense, I would like everyone in your world to forget me and never read about me again. I would then feel ever present here in the library of Borges-Null. I can only imagine the intensity of such being. If you forgive a small recurring daydream, I will say also that sometimes when the cataloging becomes tedious, I wonder about the there Beatrice and whether she knows about the existence of the library. I believe then she must, but because she is dead she has no voice within the writing with which to express herself, which may be the reason Borges, the author, chose to kill her prior to the beginning of the writing. Maybe Borges, the author, was even jealous of Borges, the literary creation, and the love the latter shared with their Beatrice. But one must really not dream too much, or one risks becoming trapped in a labyrinth of interpretations.